Morning. How's everybody this morning? It's a beautiful day. I do have to make coffee. I haven't made coffee yet. It's a little crazy. What's going on? We are talking men's health today. I'm just sharing out my live, letting everybody know we're getting started. I feel like I just left you all. We're like one right after the other. It's awesome. I think I actually did this really easily today. Hi, good morning, Sandy. We're talking men's health. So, I don't think it's much different than all the food we ever talk about, but I broke everything down in some categories so that we can go over things. It's already posted if you are interested and you need some information for the man in your life. You can go and download this, join our recipe vault, and all of my kitchen pharmacy is there for you. Done. So you can easily get to it. I have a bunch of towels out today. Just doing dishes. Oh, here, let me mirror that so that doesn't get in your way. From my beautiful Faccia Bella. How's everybody? Good morning. We're gonna do a little like we always do for all of my kitchen pharmacy. We talk a little bit about health. We go over a few categories and then we cook along the way. So I've got like 26 pages of information for you guys that you can download from the from the recipe vault that you can find on my profile. And that's it. Very simple. How's everybody this morning? Hold on. Let me see what everybody's saying already. Are you ready for Thanksgiving? No, but the menus go out in the next 2 weeks and then we start talking about it here. Hi from Australia. Welcome. Welcome. If you're coming here for the first time, my name is Chef Liz, and a couple of things. I will talk for the next couple of hours with you. I answer your questions. I really follow the chat the best I can. Good morning, June. And then you guys are tapping, loving, sharing, letting people know we have some good information about the men in our lives. So look at this, 26 pages of info for you guys. And I actually think I'm gonna post today a little supplement sheet because I thought about that last minute. And I want you guys to have, what's the best supplements? Because, men have different supplements that are going to work for them than women. Of course, their multivitamin is going to be very different. And then just different supplements. I'm making my mushroom coffee. In my mushroom coffee, I have collagen and the Laird Superfood Creamer, that coconut base, so good. Thanks for my Go Popular. Thank you. So one of the things that I was looking at is, what are the top health issues for men and how do we prevent it from happening, right? So, like women, some of it is the same, some of it is not, but heart disease and hypertension, cancer, obviously, and my sweet husband raced upstairs last night when I fell on my foot. Bridget, I think that, men are just, they know. They instinctively know. They're the caretaker. They're our cavemen. They're just our cavemen. They do the right thing. I have a guy like that. I will tell you, my guy will race upstairs and then he gets so upset and nervous if I get my hurt. And then he's like, what are you doing? Like how a mom, like from that fear of like, oh my God, what's going to happen? And then they like kind of yell. but they don't mean to yell. You know what I'm talking about? Thanks for my heart, me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, okay, diabetes, big risk for men, and respiratory health. Really, I don't know. I was a little surprised about that. And then mental health, men, our men are raised to like not think about that kind of stuff and, be strong, don't cry, don't feel stuff, take care of everybody. You're gonna be okay. Get some arnica in there. If you can find comfrey, tell them to go in the woods and find comfrey and wrap it around your foot, the leaves. I have it outside. I should take you guys outside and show you. It's the bone knitter. That's how your bones heal. So, okay, so age specific for men, right? We're talking about between the ages of 20 and 39. This is where we want to teach, we're always talking about our daughters, like, it's that time of the month, how do they handle their hormone? But we don't really talk about that with our young boys, Yeah, red light therapy will work. You should check out, though, do some research about comfrey. I actually grow it in my garden, and I make a salve that, if somebody has a sprain or even a broken bone. I did it with my daughter. I mean, we got her collarbone sort of back together when she was younger. I think she might have been 12 or 13, and we got it back together super fast, doing comfrey salves. Yeah. Should I go out and pick it? You want to go see it? All right, hold on. Now I have to go take you guys outside. Hold on, I'm going to show you my plant. Now, these leaves are not the most medicinal of the leaves. It's like literally right outside my front door. Look. This is comfrey. But these leaves are a little bit too big now. They're the winter leaves. So when I pick these smaller ones in here, these are the more medicinal of the leaves. You don't eat it. You don't cook with it. You break it down in olive oil. One of my most earliest videos, look, it's growing even more. I have no other plants in my garden, but these are my herbs and stuff. Well, that's my butterfly. And these are organic. I don't put anything out here. Good morning, Angela. I have my mint over here. Those are peonies. But I grow a whole bunch of different things. There's like mint, sage, all kinds of stuff. All right, back inside. But this is the end. So I'm gonna break all that down in the next few weeks and get it ready for the winter. Not much to do. It pretty much grows in the wild. But isn't that cool? That's the bone knitter. And you can mash that up. I mashed it up with like turmeric and I make a salve with it. It's pretty cool. You can put it in a carrier oil like, what is that? Oh my God, what's the carrier oil we love? Castor oil. I know, right? Oh, it feels so good outside. I want to sit outside today. All right. So, our young boys, young kids, right? They have sleep issues. They have attention issues, when they're young. Get them on those multivitamins early, like a good, healthy multivitamin. Help them out. Teach them early. We're always focused on our girls and our boys, especially for boys' moms. I know I haven't given you guys much. Hold on, let me get some ice. I haven't given you guys much love with our boy moms because they have issues too, They want to feel healthy and good. They want to be strong, work out, and eating sugar and all that stuff is not going to help them. Thank you, June. Thank you, June. Thanks for all that love. So, so young kids, they need the protein, good protein shake, good protein powders. Let me see if I have it in here. I love Chobani. I didn't always love it. They're also, Garden of Life puts out a great protein, and this one has oat milk. For boys, this kind of stuff. I mean, girls too, athletic boys, athletic girls, young, but for our boys, yeah. Mom refuses to give them to him. What? I'm sad to hear that. You know, I mean, you can't really get involved with all that unless you can. I don't know. But your husband can do it, right? But this is great. It's an organic protein blend. It's got the MCT oils. It doesn't have the crap in it. You know, you want to make sure you're not giving your boys the aspartame or any kind of, they are more prone to ADD, all those attention, all those behavior issues. So if you're going to give them protein powders or protein shakes, make sure they're certified organic. They don't have the colors. They don't have the aspartame, the MSG, the maltodextrin. You don't want that for boys, even girls. But today we're talking about men's health. I believe this is gluten-free. Hold on. Is this one gluten-free? Yep, gluten-free. Gluten-free. Nice, right? And it's a good protein powder. Let me tell you, the only thing it does have in is the gums. So I'd like to see you guys not have the gums, but right now it's been a little bit more difficult to get rid of them. This does contain coconut. Yeah, those sweeteners. Yeah, I know they're not really good. But also Chuvani doesn't do any of that kind of stuff. And a lot of these, oh, is that an O right there? Where you said, nice, I want to try. A lot of the protein powders that you get in the health food stores, you can get like a one-off packet, and you can always ask in an actual, like an independent health food store. Maybe GNC will do it too, I don't know. But you can ask them, they always have sample packets. These companies, Gagnon Life, the Chuvani, the really good protein powders. No, I don't think this one is pea protein. The really good ones have sample packets. And sometimes the staff will keep them for themselves, but they have plenty that they can, offer one. So always ask. This has stevia. It does not contain soy, made without dairy or soy. So it's good. With the exception of the guar gums, it's good. I don't know why they keep putting that crap in. All right, so let me see if I have any others to show you that are good. I'm not a fan of any of these others. My crew. Yeah, check them out. The best thing you can do when you do protein powders is find an independent health food store. Go there. They usually have somebody in there that is very good with supplements and nutrition. GNC, I think you have to really be careful what you buy there, because they have all sorts of stuff. But usually the small independents in your neighborhoods or towns will have samples, and a very smart person that's there helping you choose. I'm making that. Okay, so that I would say for children, that's the most important thing. Watch those sugars, feed them, get them used to oatmeal because a good oatmeal, before they're filled with like sugared cereals and they have blood sugar issues, you got to be careful with diabetics. A lot of diabetics, they have, there's a lot of diabetics in kids these days, but they have, pre to that, you can find, a good oatmeal, a breakfast oatmeal. Now, the way that you can help making a good breakfast cereal for men and women, but again, please know, I'm talking about men today. I really want to leave the girls out of it, but I'm going to say that a couple of times, and women. But look, I want to show you, how can you build a good oatmeal for men? So, you could do a quarter or a half a cup, right? I bake oatmeal. Yeah, you can do that. Here, let me get it in a little pot. I want to put this in a pot for you guys. I want to show you this. This is wonderful, especially for our ADD boys, but even for old, for dads. You can make this for the dads too, right? We're talking about everybody, but specifically for the boys this morning. We'll start with them and then as we grow them up. And when you start with this in the morning, now it might be a texture issue for some, but if we can get away from them feeling like it's a texture issue, watch this. Chia, a teaspoon of chia. I have ground flax here. I mean, what you're doing for your kids when you send them off to school, our little, ADD boys that they're forced to sit still. You can make it like this, and you've got a power-packed, a pinch of salt. Hey, Gina, a pinch of salt. And then look, you could put in here if you wanted to. You could chop up walnuts if they have. I'm not going to put them in because my husband will never eat it. He'll find these. Even if I do that crumb. Now, here's a thought. If you have, one of those husbands like mine that, doesn't want it, feel it, taste it, is grossed out by it, look. Get all that crumb of the walnut, blend it, oops, throw it in. They won't feel it. And then you get that source. I mean, walnuts are a powerhouse for men. Let me see. What does it say for you guys, for our men? Walnuts are great. It's a heart healthy nut. It really supports. You guys are all listening to me. I love that. The chat's not rolling, but I know that you're there intently listening. Where is that? Here, walnuts, excellent source of healthy fats and plant-based omega-3s. So it's brain health, heart health. I know, I can tell. Hey, Belrose. You can do it like that, right? So you can add that. You can add sunflower seeds. You can add some goji berries. Powerhouse, right? Look at that. Dates for sweetener. Let me see. Do I have dates in here? If I have dates, I'll chop them up. And then now, if you're making this for kids, you can leave out the nut milks. But if you guys don't have nut milk issues, I love the 3 trees. The other one that's great because there's nothing in these. They're certified organic, right? They're certified organic, and then I'm gonna eat this for breakfast already. I can tell. This just made me so hungry, and I think I'm gonna eat this as soon as it gets done. And then I did a quick oat, so if you have to make it for school now, I don't think kids are gonna love the overnight oats, but you can certainly put this in a jar for, the men in your life or men that you're here. Men are watching us today. Put it in a little mason jar. You could fix this overnight or meal prep it, and you're ready to go, right? You can just grab it for lunch. Grab it for on the go, right? And if you can't, you can dry prep this, throw it on the stove with, doing the quick oats, and it's ready to go. And you just have to heat it up. Ooh, that's hot. Even I have some hot water that I made my coffee with this morning. Look, just throw that in. Now, some people, the texture gets them, so you might like it nice and thick. I'm more of I like it a little bit more thinned out. But the flaxseed and the chia are going to thicken this also. So you want to have enough milk when you cook it. And then you can also add, which is delicious, a little cinnamon and vanilla. Sensitive, I wish you would eat this. So Olive, you got to find, and this is something where, for sensory kids, and next week, Olive, for my kitchen pharmacy, we are talking about food on the spectrum. How do we handle spectrum issues? The kids that are having those sensory issues. So what I would say to you is, what is the texture for your son? Is it crunchy, slimy, smooth, That's what you find out. Now, if he doesn't like if he likes crunchy, we could toast that oatmeal into granola. You're going to find all of these recipes you're going to find in the recipe vault when you go to my profile. And then, right? So you as soon as you understand what the sensory trip is, we can reset that recipe for that sensory issue. So if they find like that gooey or slimy, let's make it granola. Don't put milk in it. Have them eat it dry. And they might like that better. You can make it into a breakfast bar, right? And they can bite it. Makes a big difference, right? So we can try and figure it out. Takes a little time, drives us crazy, I know. So this is the way I make the oatmeal, but if you like it a little drier, it's a lot. Look at how, that's like, to me, 2 or 3 servings, but for a big boy, they might love this. This is gonna keep you, hold on a second, I wanna just add, I can't eat all that, and I don't wanna put my spoon in it, hold on. I wanna add 2 more things for you. Let's add a little cinnamon. If you're battling any type of blood sugar issues, use the Gagnon cinnamon. If you don't have any issues like that, you can add Vietnamese. The Vietnamese is a little sweeter, but the Gagnon cinnamon helps balance blood sugar. And that's pretty much most of the organic cinnamons that don't say Vietnamese are. Oh, good. Thank you. Let me see what that says. Marshane? Hold on, let me put my glasses on. I'm going to just say Marsh. Marsha, is it Marsha? Yeah, you can find them in there. You can also watch this, the replay on YT. It's the Organic Food Movement. You can also get this, join our Book of Face. Also the Organic Food Movement, and then the Recipe Vault. You could add dates to this for sweetness. I also love for this, if you have blood sugar issues, if your son is diabetic and you're just giving them like a little quarter of a cup and oatmeal doesn't spike them, you can use, this is a monk fruit. What I like about the monk fruit, thank you for the follow. What I love about the monk fruit is this monk fruit, if you could smell it, it actually smells like maple syrup and brown sugar blended together. And it really is great for a breakfast sweetener. And it doesn't mess with your blood sugar, right? So for this, a teaspoon is 4 grams of carbs. It's made without, it has allulose in it. So you got to be a little bit careful with it. But if you are battling diabetes or you have a blood sugar issue, I would sweeten it with this. If you don't have that kind of an issue, you can just work with my other favorite, coconut sugar or a maple sugar. Either way. Oh, hi, dude, mom. This is your jam, so you can download all this. You can download the recipes, and you can download the recipes in the recipe vault, and you can watch the replay on YT. So this is a great breakfast. The protein shake. I can show you a protein shake too if you want with that protein powder. I put like a half a teaspoon in here. Okay. So this is a great powerhouse. You're working out, your son's an athlete, this is the way you want him to eat. You're an athlete, you're a runner, you can eat this. Now, if you have an issue with oats, you could blend quinoa and millet. Cook them down for a nice long time. When I mean cook them down, I mean like add extra water to your quinoa. So if you have if you do a quarter cup of quinoa and a quarter cup of millet, you're gonna do like 3 cups of water and simmer that till it gets that, porridge sort of texture. I have to taste this, it looks so good. Oh my God. It's so good. And this is gonna keep your blood sugar doing this. You're not gonna have any big spikes. If you're diabetic, I would do the quinoa and millet. It takes longer. You could either soak it overnight and then make your oatmeal. Oh my God. I'm just gonna eat this. Oh my God. Sorry. I love this. I don't mind the texture. My husband cannot touch this. The texture for him, makes him crazy. However, I can make this into a bar. You want to see it? Here. Let's do it. If you have almond butter, if you can't use almond butter, you could use like sun butter. If you can't do that, if you can't make it that way, watch this, so easy. So we're gonna do a half a cup. Now these are great, right? If you're meal prepping, you can make these. If you are, put some walnuts in there. Again, I'm gonna chop them up so when I give it to my husband, he's not gonna care. You don't have to put nuts in. We'll put our goji berries. We're gonna do, I have white chia here, so I'm gonna add the white chia. Hi, Pri. This is good for hubby. Let's add some pumpkin seeds. Great. Superfood. We're gonna chop them up with a knife though, so we hide them. You could pretty much add anything that you like to a bar and make it taste unbelievable. If you wanted to add a little chocolate chip for it to make it sweet, let me show you. I love these. These are fabulous, right? No wheat, no peanuts, tree nuts, dairy, casein, soy, eggs, sesame, mustard, lupin, added sulfites, fish, shellfish, or crustacean. It's cane sugar, unsweetened chocolate, and cocoa butter. And they're so small. A tablespoon of these is 7 grams. Did you just add gojis? I did. So look, I'm not even gonna add a tablespoon. That's it. I'm just gonna add that for a little breakfast bar sweetener. It's not even a quarter of a teaspoon, right? Now, if you have an almond butter that you love, I think that's the best. Hold on. Where did I put my almond butter? Hold on, I have to find where I put my almond butter. Sorry, guys. Where's my almond butter? Almond butter. Did we put it in here? Hold on, sorry guys. I'm gonna find my almond butter. I might have to take you in there so I don't leave you lonely. But let's cut this first. We'll mix all of this and then we'll add our almond butter. It's so weird. Okay, we're gonna add cinnamon. Look. And then you can either bake these or make them into energy balls or something, This is another way to avoid texture issues or, make a powerhouse sort of bar that you can chop up and have with you when you're just not feeling like you have enough food and you know exactly what you're putting in it. It has no extra crap in it. And I'm just kind of getting those walnuts chopped really fine because I'm going to feed this to my husband and he doesn't like it. Yes, I add goji berries. Goji berries are just a powerhouse and they're delicious. Look at that. See? We're just crushing this up. And it's just such a powerhouse of nutrients. And remember, a bar, you can put anything you want. If you like almonds, I was hoping you made a bar. I love to carry them in my purse. Yes. These are quick oats. You can use steel oats if you want. Now you could even toast this up and make it into a granola, right? You could, if you don't want to do the peanut butter, and then you can make like a little jar, snack jar. So I'm going to add a little cinnamon, which I think I already did, but we're going to just do it like that. And then we're going to add a splash of vanilla. Come on. Oops. Hold on. I have more. Ooh, I have orange. Where's the vanilla? All right, well, it doesn't matter. I got enough in there. Oh, here it is. Is that it? Nope, that's almonds. Oh. I mean, do you know, how long has it been now? A year, and I still haven't gotten this shelf fixed. I don't know where my vanilla is. That's crazy. All right. I don't know where I put it. I keep making stuff and then I don't have time to put everything away, but this is fine. Look. Now, you can make this with peanut butter. Peanut butter, I would use almond butter, cashew, something like that. I'm going to drag you guys around because I don't know where it is and I don't want to leave you behind. So you're going to see the inside of my messy, and I don't want to leave you behind. So you're going to see the inside of my messy. Hey, Glenn Tiger, you're going to see my messy. I'm going to go, oh, here it is. Found it. Right in front of my nose. Okay. Hold on. So I'm right in front of my nose. Okay. Hold on. So I'm going to use Does white chia taste different from black? No, it doesn't. I have black chia here too. I just like for certain things, like I don't want to change the color too much. I want to make it look simple. I'm also going to add the flax to this because all of these good omega-3s really, this is the way to start your day. If you are an athlete and you need a good something, this is the way to do it, right? You wanna have food that's gonna give you power, energy all day long. This is the way. This is the way. I know that reference, the Mandalorian reference, right? This is the way. I'm appealing to the men out there. My Mandalorian Star Wars. I don't know too much, but I've watched them all. I do like that series. Okay. Now, I'm just going to mix this just a little, or I might just take this out, just like this. There we go. Now, you can bake this off, or you can just let it set. Either way, you can use a little coconut oil in here. You could put shredded coconut if you love that. Bars can be anything you want them to be, honestly. They don't have, I'm going to add a little of that oil. They don't have to, you don't have to buy it. You can get it this way, you can make it and it doesn't take much to do. Look at how nice this is. All right, we're going to need a little bit more almond butter. Sometimes I'll use a fork to mash that up. Makes it a little bit easier. These, the almond butters and the real nut butters. If you have the time, what did you just add? This is almond butter. If you have the time, it's better to get this all out of your jar and sort of immersion blender it up, mix it and put it back in. You'll see it's a lot easier to use, which I'm not gonna do now in front of you to drive you guys crazy because I wanna stay on track, but here, I'm getting out this, but we'll do that later. Again, if you don't wanna use the oil, the almond butter, you can use any kind of nut butter you like. I wouldn't use any peanut butter. I don't think that's a healthy butter. It's grown in mold and stuff. I would either use the almond, a pistachio, a walnut butter, something like that. Wilderness Poet is a great brand. Or I would, you could use an MCT coconut oil to this. You could blend it together with some honey or date paste. No, the oil on top, it's actually good. You know that you got a good brand. Okay, look. Now, if this doesn't work for you, you can also, I wish I had some date paste. I don't think I do. I don't think I have any more dates. I used them all. Let me just check real quick. No more dates. Give me a date, give me a date. Dates are great because if you don't want to use a nut butter, you can just use the dates. You pit them, you throw them in your food processor, and it really holds them together. All right. Now, let's make our little bars. Now, you can bake these off or not. Or you can make little energy balls. You can bake it off and make a granola. I have some I wish I can send through your... I know. It's all right. I would add a little date to this. It'll have the sugar, and sweetness that you want. But this will work. You can make these into like little energy balls. They're really good. And if you really wanted to stick together, you could throw it in a food processor and blend it up. Level 15, Jima. Look. See? You can make little energy balls. You can fold it, make a little energy bite, like a cookie. Look at that. Just like that. These little energy balls that we've been making, the granola. Are you making granola bars? This is it, right? You can eat it like that. Or we can bake them off. I can show you that too. So Mystical, in here is, and I would add some dates. I would blend the dates in. This, I just threw together what I have in my house, and it's all the superfoods for a men's health. Excuse me. You have in here oats, walnuts, goji berries, pumpkin seeds, chia, flax, almond butter. I didn't put any sugar in here at all. But what I did put are the Enjoy Life chocolate chips, but like a half a teaspoon. Because it's not a sweet bar. It's like for breakfast. It's a breakfast bar. You eat this with a grapefruit, some berries, yogurt. Of course you could add coconut to this. Now, let's make this granola. You could bake this off. You could eat it raw. You can do anything you want with a bar. All you need is something to hold it together. A nut butter, date paste, anything like that. And then any kind of nut, any kind of chip, coconut. You could do anything. But this, why I wanted to show you this is because I'm thinking, what can you use for breakfast? Some kids, some adults, some people, they just don't like the oatmeal texture. But so instead of doing the oatmeal like this, we'll turn it into a bar. I wish I had some dates. It would make it so much nicer. Hold on, I want to add like a scoop of coconut oil to this. I want to add a scoop of coconut because when it sits on your counter, or when it sits, the oil will get hard. Here, MCT, the best, the total best, right? This is so good for your body, especially men, you're working out. You need that MCT oil. This will help it mix together. And this almond butter is a little dry. That's why it's so hard to do. And I don't want to spend any time wasting it with you guys trying to get it to be all blended. But look, this now, there you go, see? Much easier now to work it. I would put this all in a food processor and blend it up. I got cashews, good. I'm gonna put granola and diced fresh peaches. There you go, see, you get it. And for the men, this is a great, if you're going to the office and you're gonna be late and you're meal prepping or something like that, you can make these ahead of time, pack them up, grab them, throw something together in a bag, your lunchbox or something, and you have this instead of eating, a bagel that has no nutrient value, or a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich. This is going to steady the blood sugar, keep you focused, keep you full way longer. All that bacon, all that cured meat with the nitrates, if you're not doing that uncured, it's really wreaking havoc in your system. So you really want to, do things here. See, this is great. Look at that. So we can make little bars, little bites. Just do this, and then you can bake them off. I put a little of those chocolate chips in here just to get a tiny bit of sweetness, but you don't really need it. Good morning. We are making, we're doing men's health. Right now we're just doing a couple of things for breakfast. I just got started and started cooking. My boys love apricots. So Robin, when you do the dried fruit, just make sure you're getting, because apricots, the bright ones, usually have a lot of sulfites in them. So if you're going to use the apricots, you can either dry them yourself, obviously, or you have to get the ones that look brown, because the other ones, those bright yellow ones, are filled with sulfites. So yeah, make sure, but that's great. You can do dried mango. You could, again, what do you love? And then just make them in here. Yeah, just make them in. Just put them in a bar, a little breakfast bite. Look at that. Here, we can bake these off. Now, if you love the little coconut, you can put coconut in this. It doesn't, it's really up to what you want. You just need something to bind it, and that could be date paste, nut butter, something like that. Look how pretty. Figs, yeah, there you go. Dried cranberry, exactly. Just make sure, guys, when you are working with dried fruit, you should really get the organic version so that you are not, so that you are not getting sulfites and heavy sugars, You don't want added sugar in them. A very, very, very fabulous company that makes dried fruit is called Tierra Farms. They're out of New York, actually, out of the Hudson, upstate New York. They are really very, very good. Very, very good. All right, so you could put these in the fridge and just leave them like this, or we can bake them off. So I'll show you both. He was eating dried mango in the back. Yeah, I'm telling you, if you get your hands on Tierra Farms or get on their mailing list, they send out coupons sometimes. They are fabulous. They do not add anything. They are just wonderful. Okay, so I'm gonna put this on about 350 we're gonna start at 10 minutes and see where we go. And then you can see, then you'll see exactly, how you like to make them. You could put those and keep them in the tasty with great energy. Absolutely, 100%. It's great. All right, so you got a couple of breakfasts. You could do a protein shake. Now, here's the thing with protein shakes in the morning. Young, middle-aged adults, be careful of the amount of sugar you're getting. Look at that cool mic. Thank you for that, Mike. Oh, thank you very much. I like protein drinks, but they tend to, if you're gonna put a lot of smoothie in it and all of that stuff, you're gonna have your sugar content's is gonna climb. So just be careful with that. All right. Let's see. Diabetes risk center around low glycemic foods, whole grains, right? That's good. All right. So a lot of talk around, that's, you don't want to smoke. You don't want to do any of that kind of stuff, obviously. If we can avoid that, better. None of that chewing of things. I don't even know if you're allowed to say all that, so we're just going to avoid that. But if we can avoid all of that, all the better, obviously. We all know that. Respiratory health is very, it's one of those risks for men that's in the top 4. I was a little surprised to research that. I didn't realize. Air quality, if you're check for mold in your home, you can get one of those air tests, If you are suffering from allergies, seasonal allergies, so weird. Seasonal allergies, it doesn't hurt to be taking nettles and quercetin throughout the year. When you get to allergy season, you're going to feel a lot better. And it's going to help. NAC, N-acetylcysteine, really good. If you do have any sort of respiratory issues, it turns into glutathione, which is really health supportive of the lungs and important. Thank you very much. Howdy, partner. You guys are so fun. I love you. You lit up my gift gallery, June, again. I love you. Thank you. I'm just drinking coffee. All right, so more men's health. So age specific. So we just talked about young kids, right? Also I notice for kids when they're doing sports and they get on that bus, thank you for my heart. When they get on that bus for sports and their stuff, I think, can you buy a mold detector or do you need to hire a professional? You can do both, Jen. They sell little air quality tests that you can get, and you can get them online. Just look for like home mold air tests. Shawshank, thank you for my DJ. Is there something, no DJ thing today. Is there a DJ thing? Is that the song? Oh, what song do you want to hear? I'm trying to get off some prescriptions. Do you have any suggestions to help me? I cannot help you get off the prescriptions. I'm going to sing for you in a minute. Phoebes, good morning. What you want to do is that N-acetylcysteine, NAC. Studies have shown, experience has shown me that if you take that, it will really slow the progression. You have to get a good company, Thorne. It's going to be expensive, in the $30 to $50 range, maybe a little bit more, but Thorne, Vital Nutrients, Pure Encapsulations, any of those brands of vitamins are going to give you the best quality. What a beautiful day. Do I know that song? I don't know that song. I'm finishing up another live. I'll be back. Yes, ma'am. Oh, okay, now a song. Heaven, I'm in heaven, and my heart beats so that I can hardly speak, and I seem to find the happiness I seek when we're out together, dancing cheek to cheek. All right, stay connected. Okay, so 40 to 59. Thank you for my DJ glasses. Good morning, Bridge. Screen for chronic disease, hypertension, diabetes, cancer, all of those things, right? Maintain healthy weight, 60 plus. We're talking prostate, colon, all those fun things. Okay, so sample menu for, hold on, I want to wait for those. We're going to go as we move along. You're going to see that. Top 20 health promoting foods for men. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. I've got plenty of sunshine heading my way. I don't remember that song. I do remember it, but I don't remember that. Is that from like Oklahoma or something? Robin, are we showing our super age? Salmon. We're going to cook some salmon today. I want to do like a little quick sort of quinoa bowl for you guys. Blueberries. You can put them on your oatmeal. You can eat them like instead of chips in front of the TV. Or if you're going to eat chips in front of the TV, get some beautiful organic blueberries right next to you. The idea of having blueberries packed with antioxidants, phytonutrients, anthocyanins, eye health, heart, I mean, it's just like, it's a powerhouse. Get them down somehow. Blend them in a smoothie in the morning. Eat them every day. Blueberries. Bet you don't know where that's from. Antioxidants, phytonutrients, cardiovascular, cognitive health. Broccoli, oats, walnuts, Greek yogurt. Again, if you don't want to eat oats every day, get a really good Greek yogurt. This is my favorite right now. Also, there's a company. I want to show you this company. It is very hard to get. They are sweeping the market in dairy product right now. It's called Good Culture. They are the hottest dairy on the market right now. Their cottage cheese, delicious. And thanks for the follow. Delicious and certified organic, clean, really clean. It is very hard to come by. I work in a health food store for the past 21 years. It is almost impossible for me to get my hands on it because we try and leave it for the customer too, but we can't get it in. So Good Culture, it's a great, if you can find it, ricotta cheese, sour cream, cottage cheese. The cottage cheese is the hard one to get, but it's a great one. I think they even might do a yogurt. I don't know that for sure. Tara, thank you. And then this yogurt, while it is not certified organic. It is a farm in New York out of the Hudson Valley. Sprouts has it. Great. Yeah, I would assume like you'll see it in Sprouts or any of those. They do yogurt. This is Argyle Cheese Farmer. I don't know how far you can get it. Maybe if you're in the Northeast, you might get it, or if you're in the Hudson Valley or somewhere around there. We can get the Good Culture cottage cheese, but none of the other stuff. See, Bridget? I mean, for men, it's a great product. For all of us, it's a good product. If you can tolerate dairy, I would switch to this. The other really good product, I have not seen a cottage cheese by them, but also really good is the Green Valley Certified Organic. Also fabulous. Fabulous. This one's lactose free. Hi, Rist. We're talking men's health today. Where do you get the Hudson Valley yogurt? Well, Bridget, it's in my shop. I don't know where else you can find it. You're right here, but if you check Greens, but I find them to be ridiculously pricey, you know, down over by where Bobo's is. But I don't know. You come Sunday. Am I here Sunday? Yeah, just let me know what time you're coming so that I'm there. I usually leave by like 11 or 12. Oh, really? That's so funny. Yes, they make a sour cream, a ricotta cheese. Yeah, come in the morning. That's great. We open at 11. Beans, black beans, fiber, you know, all those things. Pumpkin seeds, oranges, quinoa, Brussels sprouts, chicken breasts, eggs, sweet potatoes, olive oil, berries, right? This is like the men's wish list, and you can create so much food, right? So what I did in this 27-page packet it's 26 pages of men's health. You can get this in, you know, you can follow it, the path to my bio, and just, you're joining a recipe vault, but There's over 400 recipes. I think we have 30 different segments of Kitchen Pharmacy, and all of these are anywhere from 10 to 20 pages worth of information on food and healing. It's really good. Yeah, see if you can find it. It's a great product. But you guys have Nancy's, which is also really good on the West Coast. They've been around a long time. I don't think they're just yogurt, right? Can you get cottage cheese and stuff? But if you can find the good culture, I would get it. This is the product. Let me see. Where are they coming out of? Yeah, Irvine, California. So you're probably getting it on the West Coast before we got it. All right. Weekly meal. So you have a little bit of a weekly meal plan in here. Not all broken down in recipes, but what you could eat, like Greek yogurt with blueberries, walnuts, and chia. How do you do that? You take your walnuts and your chia and you sort of, chop it up, create a little mix. You could even add, like if you wanted to set off your chia, add a little bit of extract, like a vanilla extract or something like that, or squeeze maybe an orange, like put a little orange juice, fresh orange juice. And then you open it, I don't have here, Greek yogurt, put it in a bowl, watch. I'll do it with you so you see what I'm talking about. Again, you can get little mason jars and set them up for the week for meal prep and just make it happen, right? So you're gonna take some of your walnuts, you're gonna get some pumpkin. Let's see our bars, how they're doing. Ooh, they're looking good. We're gonna let that go a little, and then, hold on, we won't touch the chia yet. Let me chop this. And gentlemen, look, you can also do this. Watch this. Let's make a powerhouse yogurt bowl. Now, I'm pretty sure I have blueberries. Yep, I do. I'm gonna let those go another 8 minutes. They're gonna take about 20 minutes. Look, now, do you wanna cut them? You could. If you don't wanna cut them, you don't have to. We can usually find most things. Good. That's what you want. Find most things. So if you guys want, also in my bio, you'll find a link. You can download the Premium Pantry Makeover. It's for free, and it will help you step by step learn how to move your kitchen from, the standard American diet to a cleaner, more organic version. One ingredient at a time. That's what we're looking for. You do not have to be an all or nothing here. It's too stressful, it can get too expensive, and then you give up. We don't want you to give up. We want you to eat really healthy. So that's the plan, right? So you're gonna make a bowl. Now, if you're not gonna make a bowl and you wanna do it in a, I'm just doing a little bit because I know my husband's not gonna eat it and I don't wanna waste the food, but I wanna show you. All right. Also, you could have hard-boiled eggs standing by, right? You could add a hard-boiled egg to this and you're on the go, off to work. And let me tell you, eating like this instead of bacon, egg, and cheese where it creates fatigue. Look, can you guys see that? Oh, here. Okay, so look, I just chopped up some blueberry. Now, obviously, I'm telling you the serving size is gonna be more, but I'm just not wasting the food. Let me see, I think I have an orange. I have an orange. Yay. Now you could do two things. Watch this. You're gonna love this. If you wanna be creative and you want to, it's over here. And you wanna have a little fun with your food. Fun with food instead of fun with flags. That's another reference. Let's see if you know it. Who knows that reference? Come on, gentlemen. my geeks out there. Okay. I love to make yogurt bowls, right? Look, I'm just gonna do a little Friends. Nope, it's not Friends. Big Bang Theory. Yep, that's right. My husband makes me watch all that, and now I left my butt off. But I do love Friends too. Friends and Big Bang, that's our sitcoms. We love those. Okay, look. Watch this. Look at this. Now you can constitute your chia. You have a little extra sweetness. It's not going to be crazy sweet. For my diabetics out there, look at this. Look, right? Anybody that's got blood sugar issues, you got to watch your sugar. This is the way. Oh, we got a puzzle piece, Robin. Who knew? Oop, didn't work. Hold on, folks. There you go. Look. Come on. Right? Now you have a little orange, a little blueberry. You have crunch, creamy, everything. You get your fiber, your omega-3s, you got your blueberries. Now, obviously, this is too small a portion, but it's not a small portion if you are doing, if you have an egg on the side and you have your protein, this is a nice portion. I would do more. I think men need more calories. You're looking at least 1,800 if you're trying to lose some weight, and maybe if you're working out, you're going to need more than that. But this can become a snack. This can become part of your side of your breakfast, and you get the crunchiness, the creaminess of the Greek yogurt. You've got your blueberries, walnuts, all your omega-3s. You are crushing it when you eat like this. This is such a super powerhouse of food. You can't go wrong. Now, if you don't like walnuts and what do you call it? Do almonds. Thank you for that level. Woohoo! Look, you can even do these, and it keeps your sugar low. Hold on. I think I brought the almond slippers out here. I did. Look, if you don't like or you want to add to it, if you're here, this is actually a perfect, if your husband likes yogurt, this is a perfect breakfast or snack for him. Perfect. It would be more like, this is like a quarter cup. He would love that. You could just, add the blueberries. So what this does, right? If you're dealing with any type of blood sugar issues, you're trying to fall under the radar for kicking off your your blood, you want to keep it low. Yogurt, right? You got your protein and fat. You've got nuts, again, protein and fat. You've got your carbs. You're balancing, what I'm learning I'm working with somebody with diabetes, not diabetes, but like a high number. They haven't been like officially diagnosed, and we are keeping their blood sugar under 110 at all times. They were on a medication, and we have moved the medication every 2 days. And their blood sugar staying under 110. Sometimes it goes to 98. So, and we're doing things like this because the balance of fat, fiber, and protein and sugars are amazing. And he's getting to eat what he loves. We've just made little adjustments. Dropped 8 pounds. Starting to go back to the gym. So this is a powerhouse for your guy, and for any male person in your life, any guys that are watching me, I would write this down. It really works. And if you love the texture, if you like yogurt, it gives you a different, it shakes things up, right? You're gonna have a breakfast bar. We didn't get into lunch yet. We got an hour at lunch and dinner. So true, eating balance. Yeah, I have to tell you, I've worked with a lot of people for a very long time, and the hardest challenge for me has been working with people with blood sugar issues. because really autoimmune and all that, and like an IBS, because they're very personal. There's they're all diets are personal, but these are super personal, and you got to encourage the person. They're testing their sugar every 4 or 5 hours. It's a heavy way to do it, but this works really well. Goes off the rails, Bridget, exactly. So look, you have a few things here that are going to work right now, right? Yeah, because if you go off the rails in the morning, then you give up for the whole day, right? But here's the thing, if you have what you need and you figure it out, so this is what I do, Bridget, here. Like if I work with people and and you can book a time with me and I sit down, I spend about 45 minutes to an hour talking to you. You fill out a little questionnaire for me. And we sit down and we talk, and then yeah, I'm watching it. And we, thank you, Red. It's collagen and all kinds of yummy mushroom coffee, and I eat organic. But what was I just saying? Oh, you sit down with me, we go over everything, and it takes me about a week, and I create for you specific recipes to you. Do you also do personal meetings with, never, Mary? I don't. This is a separate thing. I actually have I am so busy at work cooking and, maintaining a very, very busy catering and all of that it's just too hard for me to do this at work. But this is my side thing. And you get a ton of recipes. I can put them into a meal plan for you. I can, but I find that meal plans are kind of difficult. Some people can do it. Look, here's our little bars. Some people can do meal plans, but a lot of people just like a list of recipes. Like you'll get 7 breakfast, lunch, dinner, snack. And then, thank you, Cherry, for the follow. And then I create, if there's something else I see specific to what your needs are, I'll add that in. Like somebody wanted to learn how to do a liver cleanse. They were coming off a lot of heavy medicine for an illness, and I gave them a whole bunch of information on a cleanse. So I add that also. So now these are gonna have to set for a minute, and then they come out wonderful. So you wanna just let them set. The oil in here and the almond butter now sets, and you have a little bar. Me personally, I would just put these in the refrigerator. I don't need to toast it, but it will work. So we're gonna let this sit and cool down, and as they cool down, they will get nice and hard, and then you have this really nice own granola breakfast bar. You can make that with quinoa and millet. You can do it always. So Bridget, you have a lot you watched this morning that you can, build up your thing. Good morning, Pop. Does that say Pop Cold? Wait, hold on. I have contacts in and I still need my glasses to read. I don't know why I bother. They're so dirty. All right. So in here, you'll get like this, in this little packet, 20 healthiest foods for men. I kind of break it down and show you how you can do it over a week, adding all of the ingredients in. And we're going to make a bowl this morning so that you can see it. I'm going to put this in the fridge and we'll bring it out later at the end so you can see it. I want to make like a powerhouse, one superfood bowl to show you how I build it. Now, if you like steak, I think men can eat steak. I think anybody can eat steak, but with one caveat. I want you to consider when you're shopping, I want you to find a good source of grass-finished meat. If you're going to eat red meat, it really needs to be grass-finished. I don't think at this point I haven't really found in the 40 years I've been doing food and healing and looking at steaks and things, I have not found a certified organic steak that I love consistently, even for the big ones. So I use a couple of different farms that I like, and if you have local farms that you love, you can. Hold on, my other phone is ringing. Sorry, guys, hold on. Sorry, guys. At 10:15. Okay. Sorry. Forgive me. The bad phone. Okay. So steak. So like I just found this. I've not used this one yet, but you want to look for something that says 100% grass-fed and finished beef. My husband and I had our anniversary dinner. He had a prime filet. I tried the grass-fed local. That'll work. All good, chef. Mine was more tender than his. Yeah. Oh, you do, Bridge? Yeah, I found this in Acme. Do you shop at Acme? Out of all the stores in our the Bridge here that's here is we live in the same sort of neighborhood. I have found ShopRite. Okay, I have not been over to ShopRite in Carmel. I'll have to try that one. This I found in Acme the other night. I was like, wow, and their produce is really nice. I can't shop in the Stop and Shop here by me. It is awful. All right, I'll have to take a ride and check it out. I rarely go into a regular grocery store because I work in one and I have access, but this is a great product. I think. I haven't tried it yet. Do you like this one, Bridge? I mean, to me, this is a 10-ounce steak and 5 ounces is the max. So you should do it in your local BJ's. Interesting. Well, that makes me nervous right away when they get into these big boxes. Let's see. This comes from Pre-Brands in Chicago. Oh, and they show you the pastures that they're raised on. Pre is only one ingredient, grass-fed and finished beef. That means 62% leaner, fewer calories, minerals compared to USDA. So yeah, grass-finished, grass is year-round. So now here's the thing. This is what concerns me. Oh, non-GMO certified. Perfect. So a few years back, Monsanto got alfalfa approved for, how much was that? I think I have the bill. Hold on. $15. But Erica, in my opinion, this is 2 servings, right? If we're eating clean and healthy, we're talking 2 servings, 5 ounces. You don't want to eat 10 ounces of beef. You know, especially for men, you're clogging up your colon. And if you're eating this, you are not eating, yeah, they have different cuts. It's a full line. They have different cuts of beef, and you're eating cruciferous vegetables. You're eating broccoli, cauliflower. You're eating, you could eat maybe a sweet potato, not a white potato, not mashed, not fries, right? We are changing the way that we eat. We want to eat a little bit better. You want to have half your plate filled with vegetables, green beans, asparagus, broccoli, sauteed spinach, not cream spinach like a steakhouse. You know what I'm saying? Like, you really want to make it. What section of Acme is it in? Right by the regular beef? Yeah, I think I found it sort of in the beef meat section. I'd have to go back and really look. Erica, you live by us too? Do you live in this area, or you have an Acme by you? It's with all the steaks, yeah. So that's how we're looking at this. Oh, North Jersey. Okay, good. Yeah, so it's out there. So I haven't tried it yet, so I can't tell you. But what I liked about this is it's non-GMO. It's grass finished. So you really want to make sure if you're getting grass finished that it's non-GMO, because the alfalfa is the #1 grass that they feed and finish cattle on, and it now is genetically modified. So you've got to watch where you're getting your beef. Makes me so mad. So just read your labels, ask questions. But this brand seems to be doing all the right things. So what I would do with this steak, I'm going to do 2 things with this steak. When I open this for my husband, because I don't eat meat, I'll try it just because I wanted to see the flavor. I'm going to cut this in half. One side I'm going to slice super thin and put it on in like a superfood bowl. I'm going to create a superfood bowl. I'm going to kind of show you how we're going to do that today. Let's make one. Let me see. Oh, good. I have sweet potato. Perfect. I want to show you how I make a superfood bowl. Now, I like the skin. If you're using organic potatoes or organic meats, I like this. So we are going to keep the skin on. If you don't like keeping the skin on, you don't have to. Not a big deal. Look, I am cutting nice rings out of this. You see? About 1/4 inch thick. We're going to roast this. I'm not going to do it all because I don't want to waste any food today. We're a small but mighty group. We are. Oh, yeah, we're only at 34,000. Guys, we got to get to 150 by 10:15. All right, so I would slice this very thin, and then the other side I would make, like I would grill this whole thing, right? And I'm gonna grill it. Another thing with grass finished meats, I think you really have to eat these more medium rare. All I ate is a baby. I know, my daughter too. I want to eat this medium. I want to cook this medium rare. I don't like well done grass finished meats. I think they become too what do you call it? Rough, tough. I don't like it. It's very chewy. You want it to melt in your mouth. So I'm going to put this away because I'm not cooking it now, but we're going to cook. I'm going to show you how I make a bowl, and we're going to use salmon and quinoa and all of that. All right, now. Okay, so we have these, and we're going to roast them in coconut oil. Now, if you don't like the coconut oil, then use olive oil. But if you can tolerate coconut oil, medium rare is the best, 100%. If you can tolerate the coconut oil, I like to see you do it in that. A little coconut oil and salt is very flavorful to me. But if you don't like that, then do it with olive oil, okay? Do you buy organic meat or just grass-fed? If I can find a good product, I use that. Right now, my meat of choice is a company called Joyce Farms that I use specifically in my shop. Good morning, April. And it's grass finished, certified non-GMO, and I love that. And I find their steak to be beautiful. I use Hudson Valley, chicken from the Hudson Valley. It's La Belle. And I also have, my leaves are falling outside right now. I got distracted. A Smart Chicken. And that I know you can find a lot of places. Can you order online? Yes, Erica, I believe you can. And their meat is fabulous. I specifically use brisket, their eye rounds for roast beef. If you've been on my lives on a Sunday morning before the store opens, I take you on a tour and you see the meat. We don't sell it raw retail because it's too expensive for people. It is very expensive meat. Their prime New York strips and prime ribeye are unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Delicious. I will eat that. I will, I'm good for like one slice of steak to try it. So for me, when I get the prime New York strips, I'll eat 2 slices. And I'm talking paper thin. I am not a steak person, but it's good. I make their brisket. In fact, I just ordered brisket. I'm going to be making it all week next week. So I'll probably you'll probably see me live getting brisket made. Maybe I'll make it here. I make really good brisket. And then I take that brisket gravy and we make shepherd's pie. I make an elk Salisbury steak. Now, another meat that's really wonderful. Ow, I poked myself with a metal brush. Okay, I make another meat for men. Men, here you go. Another meat you could do. Yes, exactly, Robin. Is I'm adding a little real salt to this. This is also really great for our men that tend to be hypertensive or you're on those things. This is fabulous salt. Real salt is my jam. I love it. It's mineral based. I don't see a lot of issues with blood pressure when people use that. I have not had any problems cooking with that for people. It's a salt I use all the time. All right, so I'm gonna just roast these, and then I wanna show you like a quick bowl that would be great for your lunch, gentlemen, and you can see how lovely it is. So this oil, hold on, we don't need that much. This oil, see, this coconut oil, I'm just kind of putting it in. I put a little salt. Lovely, lovely, lovely. And we're gonna bake these off, right? So this MCT oil with your coconut on your yams creates such a beautiful flavor. And then, hold on, I'm gonna move these over because I have a little butternut squash, which is also wonderful for everybody, but for men's health, I love it. We're gonna add a little bit of thyme for this. Thyme and some garlic powder. I'm gonna add olive oil, a little garlic powder. These were already cut, so I want to use them up. Now, I use a very, very, very little bit amount of thyme. Thank you for my heart, because dried thyme really has a powerful flavor. Good morning. Good morning, Tara. I'm just putting a little drop of oil in here. Oop, that's it. I'm gonna mix this up. I'm gonna put it on the same tray. They're so small, they're gonna roast the same time. This is butternut squash. We cut it up and I just had some leftover, so I wanna roast it. And we'll put it in our bowl. So if you're working out, if you're going to the gym, if you're trying to stay clean and healthy, this is gonna be I wanna show you how you can make a bunch of different components and then pull them together, sort of meal prep those bowls. Pink Himalayan salt or Celtics. So Bridget, that salt is the same. You don't have to go to the Himalayas, it's not as pricey, and it works just as well. It's a mineral-based salt. It's very good. All right, I have this on about 345, 350. All right, let's move along here. So we did a lot of breakfast today. So you have some ways to do that. Now, I cooked a little quinoa. We're gonna roast those sweet potatoes. And then I wanna show you a quick vegetable. I think the easiest vegetable to do is like a broccoli, right? And I think I have a little bit of broccoli. I also have something that's quick and easy. Let me see, do I have broccoli? I might have cooked all my broccoli. Hold please, I'm checking for broccoli. Uh-oh, we used all our broccoli. All right, what can I use? Let's use, I still have some cauliflower, so we'll roast a little cauliflower. This will work. And we're gonna have some beets, because beets for men keep their blood sugar down, all good things, right? Good to know, pink salt, easier to find and less expensive than 10 years ago. That is true. That is true. I like this one. I don't know. I think pink Himalayan salt is fabulous, and it's mineral based, and it's kind of the first thing that went on the market, I guess, to see a mineral base. But when I found this, I just thought it was fabulous. Okay, so here's something fun. Yeah, try it. So what I'm gonna do with this is roast this as well. This is cauliflower, and we're always so used to seeing broccoli. So it kind of be fun to show you, it will kind of be fun to show you this. Hey, I need to take a 4-minute break. Would that be okay with you guys? Can you guys hang tight? I don't even know how to put you on a break here. I just have to take care of one thing that is overflowing in my space. Let me see if I can just keep going. Hold on. So this is what I want to show you something. Do you guys like curry? I want to show you how you can make this a little bit more flavorful. I'm going to add a little bit of olive oil, or I could have actually used coconut oil for this, but I'm going to roast this also. I put this. What could be nice, if you want to spice it up a little, you could add, or you could make a little, I want to see if I have curry powder, because I think this would be, oh, I found my vanilla. Allspice, cinnamon. Oh, here, I have a red curry. I have a little tiny bit of red curry. Perfect. It's just enough. Thank you. I love curry too, right? So we're going to just kind of mix this in and add a little curry just to make it a little bit more interesting to our bowl. But I want to show you, and we're going to have to roast our salmon. I have a piece of salmon. I want to show you how can you like spice up and make it different, right? Because we're always so used to having a sandwich. But if you had a beautiful bowl with all of these great flavors as something different than just a sandwich for the men in our lives and the men that are here today, I think it's just better. And if you get used to doing something like this, I think your body's going to be so much happier and healthier, right? So let's see. I'm going to put this on here, and I'm also going to put our, I'm also going to set up the salmon. Hi, New York. I love curried apple chicken salad. Exactly. You know how you can make that too? You buy a rotisserie chicken. I mean, there's 3 of us in our house when my daughter's home, and we cannot eat a whole rotisserie chicken. So I love to find different things you can do with a rotisserie chicken, and that's perfect. A curried sort of apple curry chicken makes so much sense to me. And, you know, you can put that in a bowl. Instead of putting it between 2 slices of bread, which are inflammatory, raise your blood sugar, make a mess, you can make these beautiful bowls, and it doesn't take a lot. It really doesn't. So I'm going to show you a few different ways. Now, I talked to you about this. Here's a piece of salmon. This is a wild piece of salmon. Now, I'm going to add, we did curry over here. I'm going to add a little bit of ginger to this and some coconut aminos. Bridge, I'm lucky. I get organic rotisserie chickens from my shop, and you can do that, or you can roast an organic chicken. I'm not a fan of chickens out. I personally wouldn't buy a rotisserie chicken out, but if you can roast your own chicken, it doesn't take a lot. I think I did that once with you guys. I roasted a chicken, and it was good. It was easy. You guys liked it. I mean, to throw a chicken in the oven, it's not terrible. But yeah, if you have a grocery store that's willing to do an organic chicken, I mean, our rotisserie chickens are $20. They're 3 1/4 pounds, but they're certified organic from the Hudson Valley, so they're regional. And we sell, I don't know, a lot. Yeah, the ingredients are terrible, especially if they come like we actually We actually make our own rub for them in our shop. But you know, you can roast a chicken. I mean, it takes an hour to roast a chicken, 400 degrees in a roasting pan. We'll roast the chicken together, you'll see. All right, so look, I put a little ginger. I'm gonna add a little bit of salt. And then I have these beautiful coconut aminos. Asian, but I love roast chicken. Right, and then when you have it left over, you can make that curry chicken salad that you like. You have the bones for stock. You know, I very rarely cook chicken with you guys. I should start doing that. I don't think we cook chicken that often, do we? If ever. I think I did chicken class. So look, I'm gonna, oops, this isn't open yet. How's that? Hold on, there we go. I'm gonna add it in here because I don't want it to get on the cauliflower, but this coconut amino is delicious. All right, I'm just gonna add it to my fish with the ginger powder, and you're gonna have all these yummy flavors. Pri, are you watching this? Hubby's gonna be very happy. Look, all right. And then this will be the next thing we put in, and then I'll show you how I make the bowls. Oh. I ate a lot of chicken for my weight loss. Oh, you did? Look. All right, so this is set up as soon as that's ready, and then you're gonna have all of these different, oh, it's almost ready. We got like a minute. The other thing I have here, and this is to me essential to men's health, are beets. Blood pressure, blood, they are great for the prostate. And I specifically got this because, you know, people don't want to roast beets or make beets, so these are cooked beets. Now, this is called Love Beets, is the name of the company. They're organic cooked beets, ready to eat. They're cryovac, and they're certified organic, non-GMO, the whole deal. And they do have them in vinegar. I'm not a fan of those. I like to make my own thing. But when I'm at home and I'm too lazy, I just cut up one of these beets. And these are fabulous inside after you juice over the chicken. Yes, yummy. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Okay, so I want to open this and we're going to slice some beets because I think if you can get them down, they are essential to men's health. They just are great for the blood. Fabulous vegetable. The unsung hero in men's health. Look, these are so nice. Bridget, I could eat this whole bag right here, right now. So here, can you guys see that? Is my board there? Very little. Here we go. There you go. All right. So we're getting ready. I have this bowl kind of creating. We're going to have all these pieces. And I'm just going to show you. Oh, there we go. I'm just going to show you different ways that you can make these bowls. I thought it would be kind of fun because, you know, I think men tend to eat a lot of sandwiches. And when they're looking for healthy options, how can they get that tasting, feeling good, like not feeling like they are deprived of something? So I kind of like this. Now, in this, you're going to get quite a few recipes. There's a lot of recipes in here. I have heart strong oatberry. So we did that Mediterranean lentil kale salad, a salmon quinoa power plate. We're going to do something similar to that right now. A cruciferous veggie stir fry with garlic and ginger. There's a lot of recipes in this little packet. Blood sugar friendly chili, turkey, beans, pinto beans. This chili recipe is a quick one, but I also have one in my cookbook. And that turkey chili is fabulous for men who want to like keep their blood sugar intact, have a ton of protein, the fiber they need. It's really very good, heart healthy. I have a really good one in my cookbook, Love by the Ladle. You can also get it in that same place that we've been talking about all morning. You go to my profile and you just click that button. It'll take you to my space where you'll have access to all of these things, the recipe vault, the cookbook. There's tons of cooking classes. We have a cooking class every Sunday night. This Sunday's tapas night. There's only 4 spots left. It's only 20 people. But it's a beautiful cookbook, and there's a really good turkey chili recipe in here. Low fat, high fiber. You know, if you're working out, if you're trying to get yourself back on track, it's a fabulous thing. So look, I roasted these. We're gonna cool this off so that it makes a really nice bowl. Now you can use all these components if you want. That'll take 10 minutes and then we'll make our bowl. Here, I'm gonna slice these beets. Now, if you can't eat beets like this, you can juice a raw beet with carrots or something. Yes, 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 yes. You can also become a subscriber here, and then the total is like $7.99, and you have access to everything I do. You have the access. You'll get all the replays of everything. You get the recipe vault. You get there's all different downloads. There's free books in there. My cell's gonna die. Have a beautiful day, Joan. Okay, so walnut berry chia, garlic roasted Brussels. There's a lot in here. Oh, and then what I did is I broke down categories for you. There's the best foods to support healthy testosterone levels. There's, and then you get like a 1-day testosterone supporting meal plan so that you can see how to take the food that is on the list and how do you blend them to make a diet. It's really fabulous. Let me see. So for testosterone levels, you got pumpkin seeds, spinach, cruciferous vegetables, avocado, pomegranate, right? Then you have grass-fed beef, eggs, fatty fish, oysters, and shellfish, antioxidant rich, blueberries, blackberries, raspberries, garlic and onion, whole grains. You have quinoa, brown rice, lentils, Brazil nuts. Costs less than a cup of coffee a month. So vitamin D foods, healthy fats, water, and tons of hydration. So the foods that you want to stay away from, and this is across the board, right? Hey, Mary Love, excessive sugar and refined carbs, ultra processed foods, excessive alcohol, soy isolates, stay away from. Thanks for the follow. T-Men. So there's 2 places that you can do monthly subscriptions. The subscriber only, which is a Monday night class here on TikTok. And then if you do the $5 a month, you get access to all of this. This class is always, it's a live, it's free. The only paid live that you have that I do is my subscriber only on Monday nights. And it's open. You can watch it. You can just, hold that thought, Kiri. You can watch it, but you can't talk to me. Important for women's bone density as well, yeah. But this is men's health today. We always talk about the girls. Today I'm talking about the guys. Kiri, yeah, $5 a month is the recipe vault. There's over 400 recipes, and there's about 30 or 35 kitchen pharmacy classes where all of these downloaded packets are in. And there's everything from food safety, candida. Every Wednesday I do this class and it's on something. And yeah, the recipe vault is $5 a month. Yep. And you get, it's just a total recipe file. It's really good. Okay, great. All right, so testosterone supporting meal plan. Breakfast, savory, spinach, avocado omelet. So you'll have all of these recipes. Today we're gonna do a quinoa bowl. I'm gonna show you, but you have a whole day of meals that you can do. The new ones this one is already loaded actually, Robin. We loaded it last night. I'm getting to the point now that you're gonna have access to this stuff prior to the classes. The only classes where I download recipes are they are the kitchen pharmacy and the subscriber only class. And then if I do other stuff, I'll post it in there. But I usually will post those on like the Book of Face or something so that you have some access. Sometimes I'll post the kitchen hacks Saturday class. It's just really hard to write all these recipes. So I always tell people, bring a pen and paper for the kitchen hacks. And also this Saturday, kitchen hacks, we're doing potato pancakes for the Jewish holidays. All right, so then I have best foods to support the prostate. Tomatoes, watermelon and pink grapefruit, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, kale, cauliflower, cabbage, cruciferous vegetables. Omega-3 rich foods, those are salmon, sardines, anchovies, walnuts, flax seeds, chia. So you saw our breakfast almost had so many of those, right? And you could do that yogurt for a snack. Now we're gonna do this bowl, which will kind of be the trade of lunch and dinner. Thanks for the share, Stephanie. Polyphenols and antioxidant foods. Those are pomegranates, berries, green tea. Let me show you this. This Piriaya, they have a frozen food group of things, and I think I've seen these in Sprouts as well. This is seedless cubes of pomegranate juice. I'm going to show you what they look like. I use this for the hubby. I make him a juice with, and women, we can drink this too, with coconut water. I'll show you. I'm going to eat this, but look. It's like a little square of pomegranate juice. I love that. Coconut water. low sugar smoothie. Pomegranate, coconut water, blueberries. You could throw a little mango in there if you want. Or you can, but those three things, 8 ounces of that in the morning, fabulous. Low sugar, right? There's 15 grams of carbs in 1 cup, but you don't need to do 1 cup. Do a half a cup of blueberries, a half a cup of pomegranate, and 4 ounces of this. This is power packed. Add chia seed to that. You are crushing it with health. Fiber, right? So let me do that again. 4 ounces of a coconut water, organic, a half a cup of this, and it's, magnesium rich, seedless. It's just fabulous. And 4 ounces of the pomegranate frozen. And you could do frozen organic blueberries, a half a cup or 4 ounces, whatever you like. And you blend that all together and drink that. I mean, it's good. It really makes a big difference. It's a power-packed, add a tablespoon of chia to that, awesome. If you click the picture in my team and click my picture, click that I think twice, and you'll see a link. It says Stan Store. I hope that doesn't crush me. And you click that and go there and just join there. And also while you're in there, download all the free stuff. There's a SIPs, and you have to do each thing separate, which is kind of weird. They don't build a cart. There's a Vital Sips in there. I'm doing, you can download that worksheet, and there's free videos on my profile. There's gonna be 36 of them. You know how you buy these little shots in the store? I am teaching you 36 of them over the next, oh great. Oh, great, welcome. I'm teaching 36 of them. It's free, and you download the Vital Sips worksheet, and you can keep track and write the recipes. So when we're done with the series, you will have your own Vital Sips to make. They are super fun. I do them on camera. They're like a 2-minute, video on here. And then you write down all the ingredients. I think they're all written in the caption, and you're in it. It's great. Yeah, then while you're at it, Teeman, get into the, go sign up for YT, because you can see all the replays, and now you'll have access to the replays for, subscriber only and all that kind of stuff. So you get all that. It's awesome. And then, so you have that. And then, what else? So you have that Sips Guide, you have the Premium Pantry Makeover. It's free to join that. Download that. That will help you transfer your kitchen. All right, now let me show you what it looks like to make a beautiful bowl. You're getting ready to go to work. You're building this. Oh, so for prostate, we talked about that. Then we have, a whole day of creating the menu for this. And then we have a heart health and blood pressure here. Maybe it was just the brand I got, but it tasted funny. Coconut water does taste a little funny. It doesn't taste like water. It has a flavor. Yeah, it has a flavor. Don't worry. I'm drinking coffee, mushroom coffee. Okay, fiber champions. Fiber, colon health, heart health, blood pressure, cognitive health, fiber and hydration. Yeah, try it again. Oats, beans, lentils, apples, pears. Guys, right now, what's coming in season for organics, it's apple season in New York. But here are the 2 best pears you could possibly eat on the planet. And if you haven't had an organic pear like this, find it. This is your homework. These are star crimson pears. I mean, it's like eating heaven. And then this one is a Basque pear. It doesn't have that mealy skin. It's like a thin, beautiful skin. These pears are so freaking good. If you have an organic store that's selling pears like this, go treat yourself. They're fabulous. Yeah, I'm watching it. I'm on it. Oh, it looks beautiful. Okay, so now, antioxidant, berries, beets, leafy greens, blood health, right? Blood pressure. I just got a Basque pear tree for my yard. It's gonna take a few years, but you're gonna love it. Healthy fats for circulation, avocado, olive, nuts, flaxseed. Salmon, sardines, omega-3 powerhouse. For circulation, you need garlic, turmeric, green tea. Beverages for men. I know our country and our culture is big on alcohol, but honestly, if we could start to move away from that, we're all going to be better off. It is destroying our brain and our health and everything, right? Now, here we go. Baby spinach. I'm going to do this raw, right? I'm just going to break it up because it's easy to eat. So we're going to just put a little baby spinach in here, right? And then you can pick your dressing. If you want, you can go through my dressings and sauces and figure out what you love and make one of those if you have your own favorite dressing. But I would encourage you to make your own beautiful dressing, and we'll make one today for the bowl. Right? Now, if you're meal prepping this, it works so well, right? Look, you're getting all your fiber. Look at this. Look at the vitamins and nutrients you already have. I just got a basket. I love that. Here's a little bit of butternut squash. We'll just put that on there to make it look a little fancy. And then we're going to add, now here's where I'm going to add my quinoa, right? I cooked my quinoa earlier today. I didn't put any flavors in this yet, but if you want, you could add whatever you want. Since this is going to be like that cauliflower and Asian, we're doing that. I'm going to add a little bit of coconut amino to this. I'm going to add a little ginger powder because we did the salmon. We're going to add that. I'm going to add a little salt. It's going to be hard pressed for you to eat this whole bowl. I mean, for men, even for you guys, there's so much, there's so many nutrients in this. I'm in and signed up. Woo! Welcome, 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 welcome. You're gonna have a good time. Did you check out that whole area? You're gonna just love being in there. Okay, so now I'm gonna add about a half a cup, right? And now I have my last two ingredients. Now, if you want this to cool off before you put it in there, somebody just got our cleanse book. Thank you. Look, here's my curry and this. Now, here's what I would say to you. You're not going to eat this whole piece of salmon. Maybe you will. You know, if you're working out and you need a lot of calories, if you're doing this to be a little bit more healthy, this is so packed with nutrients. It's very hard to eat a lot. You're going to be like, oh my God, I'm stuffed so fast. But you see how much food we have in the little bit that we cooked? You're going to make at least 2 bowls with this, right? You have your cauliflower, and then you have a small piece. You know, this is about, I'm going to say 2 or 3 ounces. I really don't want to put this in hot, but I just want to build it because we're coming down to the end. But look at that bowl for our men. Now, if you don't want to eat salmon, take the salmon out and put grilled steak. Take the grilled steak out, put grilled chicken, elk. If you want to keep it vegan or vegetarian, you can grill a piece of tempeh for that spot. Also, I'm going to add 2 more things. Hold that thought. Oh, did I answer the person when I said hold the thought? Hold on. Where are my... Do I have eggs? Oh. I thought I had some eggs. I was going to say, my husband must have ate them all. We have, take a hard-boiled egg, slice it, put that over the top. Maybe you just want an egg in here for lunch. Got it? Wait, now I know I had to hold the thought. Did I answer that? It was way back here. Got it. Chef, live. New ones get uploaded weekly. Did I miss somebody's thought? I had said hold on to that thought. Did I answer you guys? I don't see it. I'm sorry if I missed it. If I didn't get your question, just ask me. T-Man, you're gonna have a lot of good information and a lot of access. This is what I do. If you're here for the first time and you're just getting to know me, I've been studying and cooking food and healing for the past 40 years. It's my jam. I love it. Yeah, testosterone and bone density, right? I can't find it in the scroll. And I for the last 21 years, I've been working in a health food store. I'll come to you live there. And I really spend a lot of time teaching food and healing. What is the relationship between food and how we heal, how we get sick, and how can we reverse that? And, you know, there's a lot of conversation in the atmosphere in our country right now of chronic illness. And it's kind of funny because I've been doing that my entire career. And we're just catching up now. So I feel like I have been on the cutting edge of this since 1982. You know, when I started buying my own food, I knew there was something to what was happening to our food. I went to cooking school. I studied with Anne-Marie Colbin. I have read, I don't even know, 100 books on this topic. Maybe not that many. A lot. I have a library full up in my bedroom, in my office, in my pantry. Like, I just believe in this so much. Testosterone is important for women's bone density. Yes, I've been following you for a little, and you have been speaking to me through your food. Thank you so much. I'm finally off all of my prescriptions. I mean, that just makes my heart sing. It's a lot of dedication and work, but when you realize it takes one food at a time to make that change, be proud of yourself. You know, you're like a 1%er. Hey, Pete Jeffries, you know, I'm 61 years old. I really don't have any type of anything. Like I've not on any prescription drugs. I take supplements. I really try and get as much as I can through my food. I do take a lot of different supplements. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Sometimes 8 or 9. Those are my meds. But yeah, staying away from no meds is really important to your body, right? Because all of those meds have other side effects. And honestly, I wish I could say it here, but heart health, cholesterol, I would consider getting off of whatever those might be, because and do that at your own pace with your own doctor, blah, blah, blah. You know, I'm not advocating for that, but I'm also advocating for be your own, let food be your remedy. Let me see, who said that? Look, here's my cutting board. Let food be your remedy. That's where we're going. That's the theme here. So for our year anniversary, my food philosophy is coming out. It's an ebook. I might actually publish it as an actual book, because I believe that my food theory is going to be sort of the pillar of where we take our food, because not everybody can eat caveman zone, blah, 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 blah. That doesn't work. What works is where your comfort food started, where your history comes from, where your background is, your DNA. Hey, Cam. Good morning. Thank you, Pete Jeffries. Where you, what your grandmas and aunties made. And then we look at blood type. Then we look at food sensitivities. Then we create comfort food around all of that. We talk about, expansive and contractive, balancing your food, bringing it to the middle. Within all of those things and creating that space for your food, you create food like this that speaks to you, that comforts you, and now you nourish and heal. It's the way. It is the way. Thank you for my share. We can fry stuff, we can bake stuff, we can add all the sugar and fat and crap in there, but I'm 61, my daughter's 19. When she gets older, I have A positive. Yeah, so you're mostly that's like, more sort of towards the plant-based. I think you have to stay away from gluten and dairy, but these are the things. This is what we learn. And then you guys can also book an appointment with me, and I take you through all of that information and create recipes that specifically speak to you. And it's really powerful, empowering, actually. So it's great. Oh, thanks for those beautiful hearts. I'm Italian. It's hard. Yeah. It's hard. But think about this for a second, Bridge. Yes, Italian food in America is, sauce and cheese. But when you speak of Northern Italian and the fish and the Tuscan foods, those foods are going to speak to you and will help heal you and help you continue on. I think you were doing a big weight loss journey, right? So I think those things are what's going to count, right? Because, all we know in this country is red cheese, red sauce and cheese. And, how many more Italian restaurants can we go in and see chicken piccata, saltimbocca, blah, 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 eggplant parmesan, which don't get me wrong, I love that. But you know what I mean? But if you start looking at it in a different way, there's some beautiful foods from Italian food that is just, it makes your soul sing. Okay, so with this, right? So you kind of get the flow of where I'm going, right? A good snack is apple slices and butter, almond butter for somebody with heart health issues, blood sugar and diabetes prevention, right? We talked about all that stuff in the morning. Lemon. Let me tell you something. Anybody that's having blood sugar issues, learn to love beans. Beans, 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 beans. You subscribe? Thank you, Shannon. Auto renewal. Shannon, go now to the link in my bio for an extra little bit, the price of a cup of coffee, less than the price of a fancy coffee. You will be in the vault. Thank you for subscribing. You're going to have a wonderful time here. All right, blood sugar. Learn to love beans and legumes. They steady your blood sugar. They steady that ship. They keep it running even. To eat, if you wanted to, you could add like chickpeas to this, right? And maybe sliced egg. Maybe just keep it vegan. Maybe this is your snack bowl. You can top this with nuts, and you can add some, what do you call it? Flaxseed. Oh, look, here's my little breakfast bar. Look how, it just broke. Oops. We'll make a bowl. Tastes good. I think it's going to be good as granola. True. We made breakfast bars. So you can manipulate this food any way you like. Let's see. Blood sugar. Okay, leafy greens. You got pumpkin seeds, chia, and flax. Those create the fiber that you're missing. At 75. Beachwalker, what's your blood type? Do you know? I'm a professionally trained vegan chef. Did you know that? Have you been following me for a while? I tend to gravitate towards vegan food. So look, you can just take out, my darling, you can take out the salmon, add a piece of grilled or roasted tempeh, A-. Yeah, that's about right. Do you stay away from gluten and dairy? You guys are awesome. Look at you cranking it out. Let's see, cinnamon, turmeric, black pepper, apple cider vinegar. You want to use the Celion cinnamon for blood sugar issues. When you do that, make sure it says Celion, Ceylon. That really helps. Believe it or not, cinnamon can manage and kind of even out your blood sugar. And then you get like a one-day meal plan just to show you how to mix and match your foods. Brain and cognitive health for men. Fatty fish, walnuts, flax seeds, chia. Remember all of that fiber. We don't have enough fiber in our diets. Eat a beet. Learn to love your beets. So good. I like to love your beets because they're usually nice and sweet. They're small. You don't have to cook them. You don't have to drive yourself crazy. The only time you need a raw beet is if you juice it. Very important for kidney health. No dairy, love sourdough, love beets. Yeah, there you go. I'm O positive and trying to find right foods to eat. So T-Men, you are the oldest blood type. You are the universal blood type. The oldest blood type goes back to sort of like that caveman kind of thing. You do best with nuts and berries and meats, I would explore elk. I think elk is an unsung hero in the meat world. I like it better than venison. It is delicious. You love that kind of stuff. If you're gonna eat, you thrive best on meats, believe it or not. I don't know, does that speak to you when I say that? So your brain cognitive health, you have got to stay away from alcohols, excess sugars, trans fats. Very important to remove them from your diet if you're experiencing any type of brain or cognitive issues. Also, I really haven't spoken about parasites, and I think I'm going to do something because the more and more research I'm starting to read, the more and more I see that we really have to start seriously talking about that. Pushkin. Yeah, I was a nanny for a baby boy. I would dice beets for him, sweet potato, hard-boiled eggs. He loved it. Absolutely. You got it. How do you feel about fasting? I think it's very important. I think that every person is different. I don't think everybody can. I think there's a lot of good research out there in my world, my holistic world, and I'm actually studying to get my certification in holistic nutrition. So at 61 years old, I figure I need that piece of paper for all the work that I'm doing nowadays. But yes, I'm O positive too. High triglycerides and cholesterol. Qdora, I want you to do this. Look at what you're eating, and I would love to know that number. If you want to book some kind of conversation with me, you can do it, right? Anti-inflammatory, exactly. You guys, with the inflammatory stuff, if you have inflammation issues, you're doing a couple of things. You want to explore food combining. And food combining is a situation, and this really speaks to men's health as well, okay? Because, men tend to have high cholesterol, high triglycerides, right? You start your day with a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich, especially in the Northeast. That's a big thing. Grits and eggs, biscuits and sausage and eggs. Once you add in that processed carbohydrate, your body gets confused because it cannot release digestive enzymes all at once. One at a time gets released. And each enzyme digests and breaks down specific dietary things. So, carbohydrates start in the mouth. They do one type of digestion. And when you get into your gut, you're breaking other stuff down. Fruits take 20 minutes. Melons take 20 minutes to digest. Carbohydrates, 4 to 6 hours. Meats, sometimes up to 8 to 10 hours. Now, all that stuff lands in your gut. And your body goes, uh-oh, I don't know what to release. What do? I don't know what to do. I'm going to do nothing. And all of that food sits in your gut and putrefies. It forms free radicals. The free radicals run around. They start to go through your arteries and they kind of scratch your arteries and do like little razor cuts, right? Then your body starts to produce cholesterol and goes onto your veins and blood vessels and kind of starts to wrap around and try and heal all of that. Stop eating that way. Whatever your main thing is going to be, you want that to be 75%, 20%. So 20% for everything else, 5% for this. So what I mean by that is, look how small my piece of salmon is, right? You have all three things going around digesting. You got to do it small, right? Most of my plate is vegetables. You have all of that fiber. It's going to help break down whatever else is going on in the bowl. Got it? Now, if you're not ready and while you're trying to figure it out, you can use enzymes to help you break down your food. Should you live on enzymes? Probably right now because the standard American diet's so messy. So portion control is how to combat that. Well, portion control with a caveat, right? If half your plate should be vegetables at all times, whatever meal you're eating, half of your plate. Why? Because that fiber is going to keep your colon clean. It's going to break down the sugar that's in your body. And it's just overall vitamins and nutrients, right? Protein is going to be more like 30%. I eat a lot of veggies, so that's good to hear. Yeah. And then, your complex carbs, meaning whole grains, you're going to do smaller amounts. So it's sort of like if 50% of your plate is vegetables, and they can be anything, right? They can be carrots, beets, spinach. I mean, I like having a little raw in there too. It helps start getting your digestion moving. Then, that's why I'm saying 5 ounces is the most steak you should eat. But then you don't want to add, a pile of mashed potatoes. You want to get your carbs from a sweet potato, but like eat 3 or 4 pieces like I sliced here, or a little bit of beets or a little bit of grain with your piece of steak. 5 ounces, that's max. I would like to see you do 3 or 4 ounces. That fiber is going to fill you up and help your blood sugar move very calmly. It's not going to spike. You get it? Does that make sense? Now, if you want to do a baked potato, and or a whole sweet potato, or you want to have a carb meal, or you want a plate of French fries, well then don't eat a burger wrapped in a bun, because your body can't digest that. So the enzymes that I talk about are the enzymatica. We have a ton of them in our house. We always have them, not for any other reason, but we eat them. My daughter has a lot of stomach issues, so when she's home, she lives on them. She's 19. She doesn't really want to follow the rules all the time. So she has this issue. I rarely take these because I don't eat gluten. I had to stop eating gluten. It was really starting to bother me. So that changed a lot of things for me. So Enzymatica, they have the Digest Gold, all of these things. And then this product got sent to me free by the company, so I'm supposed to talk about it, but it's Enzymatica, which I had this on my shelf. I have this on my shelf in the kitchen, in my apothecary here at home, but it's called Subculture Probiotic for Bloat. It's 50 billion, 11 strains, once a day, digestion, immune, and regularity. It's fabulous. So if you are not ready to make all those switches right away and you have a lot of bloat, this actually is the one and only thing I have in my little showcase. But Enzymatica is fabulous. It really is. It's a great company. I talked about them way before. I just got this last week, but I try and talk about this in every live because I think I'm supposed to or something, but it's really, really good. You're welcome, Izzy. That's my job. Yeah. I am, yes, I'm giving away information. Yes, I ask for a little bit of money in return, but the value of what you're getting. And then when I get my little piece of paper, it's going to even be more valuable, I guess, because then I'll be I'll have a paper behind me, as they say. So Qdora, does that make a lot of sense, what I just kind of went through? So breakfast for cognitive health, blueberry walnut oat bowl. We did a little bit of that today. Here's your brain bowl. This is like a brain bowl, testosterone bowl. Really, it's all the same food. But I wanted to break it down because people say, oh my God, I'm starting to get this. I'm telling you guys, if you've been on those statins, really do your research, please. I think food is so much better for us and it's doable. And I am here if you spend time. I have a lot of people that are here for a year that have had weight loss, off diet, they're, type 2 diabetic medicine, but I eat the same thing every day, no red meat. That's okay. You might want to shake it up a little bit. I would need to know a lot more, to really kind of dig in and see where you're going. You want to do a paid Zoom pharmacy class? What do you want the subject to be? I do have a couple of people lined up and I think I'm going to do them. Statins damaged my spouse's muscles and connective tissue. Heather G, I'm too afraid to talk about that here. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to do it, but those might be the paid classes we do. And yeah, Patricia, if it works for you, good. I just encourage you. You've been here a long time. You've made a lot of changes in your diet. You've learned a lot. You take my classes, start to really see how much more can you do to help you with your cholesterol. And sometimes it's a hereditary issue. It's genetic. And we are, yes, for sure. Oh, Heather, I understand. I want to talk about them, but there's certain things you can't. Yeah, just about the C and the O. Okay. Yes, I'll do that. Catherine, the way that you watch, which class are you talking about? Which one do you want to watch? All Kitchen Pharmacy is free on YT. The only classes that you have to pay for to see the replay on are the subscriber only. Oh, the one you did on Zoom. So if you watch that, if you didn't pay for that class, I think it's like $15. You don't get the recipes, but you get the class. I got to ask him what he did. No, doctor put me on it. I'm not happy. Doctor says hereditary. Patricia, the only way that I can help you is if we had a conversation, off of here and I got a ton of history and figured it out with you. Because it could be as easy as, doing the food combining thing, eating for your blood type, making those 2 tweaks. It was the subscriber only. Yeah, to get those, it's the Stan. It's the $5 a month, I believe. Which one was that? The side dishes, cooking around a world? The eating for your blood type, that is, where is that? You know what? I don't think I have that. Can I get back to you on that? Let me write down are we friends? Let me friend you. I'm going to follow you back. Oh, you don't let me follow you back. You're a private account. Moon, can you email me and I don't know the answer, and Tyler's at work today. He knows the answer. He manages all that kind of stuff for me. He took that over, so I don't know how he did that. I think you have to be a subscriber in Stan at $5 a month. That will get you there. Oops. This jumped. As a subscriber, can you get information? But I don't know if I have eating for your blood type specifically. I think it might be in my cleanse book. I don't remember. I know I've done that class many times, but I'm not sure I did this. So let me find that out, and I can certainly do that with you guys. I think it's time to do that class. Maybe that's going to be, I haven't mapped out my kitchen pharmacy yet for October. So let me just write that down. I think we'll do blood type again because I think that's essential. So if you guys can find this is in the Book of Face. It's in the Stan community, and it's also published on my profile here. It's like on a video here on TikTok. Talk about here. Yes. Okay. Yes. Let's do that. Yes, I know it was definitely before Stan, but I'm not sure I wrote it up like as just eating for your blood type, because back then, did I make those? XO, how long have you been here? That's going to tell me. Hold on. Let me see if I can figure that out. Like last night I was able to figure that out. Yes, I'm going to be able to figure it out. Hold on. Oh yeah. 27 comments. Let me go to the comments. You've been here 179 days. Yes, so it was probably before that, right? Okay, thank you for my roses, user. I heard that, Heather, and I think it's a choice. I don't know what's going to happen. We have no control over that. I do have it. We do have one video on YT. It's one of the earlier videos on blood eating for your blood type. So you can watch it there, but I have to see what I did for notes. I might have included it in the cleanse book, but I can't remember. So I will find it. And I think actually it's going to come out in the ebook for the anniversary celebration. I think I'm writing it it's part of my food philosophy. It's going to be part of that. But I will do some kind of specific sort of generalized thing. Just joined before that class. All right. All right. I think if you joined before June 1st, you have access. All subscribers, I think, or all people. I don't remember how he did it. I'm so sorry. I'll have him send an email or post something in the Book of Face. Make sure you're in the Book of Face because there we can have a lot more conversation. It's a private group. You just have to put your email in, and that helps us communicate with you guys also. But the schedule will come out for October, and I don't have all my list yet for what do you call it? For the these classes in the morning. You can't get into the vault? You can't, June? All right, I'll get you there. I'll talk to, you can also reach out to Tyler. He can help you. We're 100 strong, 83,000. I gotta go. I'm like late, but if you guys can I hang till you guys get us all the way there? And let me finish this. Ooh, there's a recipe in here for cacao, raspberry, chia pudding, and then foods for bone and joint health for men. January 2025 is the YT blood type video. Calcium, magnesium, vitamin D, dark leafy greens, almonds and sesame seeds, beans and lentils, eggs, bone broth. Ooh, I should put that in here for you. Remember, get rid of the soda. Get rid of excess alcohol. It reduces bone density. Ultra processed foods and fried oils. If you're going to fry food, fry it at home. Fry it in avocado oil. Don't use seed oils. Got to get rid of them. Too much red meat, acidic load, and can deplete bone mineral, right? And then you have all these one-day bone and joint health plan. So, hi, Michelle. You're going to see like chia almond yogurt bowls, sardine and kale quinoa salad, tahini apple dip, dark chocolate and walnut squares. So delicious. So, you can melt the dark chocolate over the walnuts, or you can just chop up dark chocolate and eat walnuts. So nice. Please tap to the 100. So there's 26 pages, and then top overall supplements for men. A multivitamin that has, zinc, selenium, the phytonutrients. You want to do like a plant-based. You want to get the plant-based in. Vitamin D is essential for bone strength. Omega-3 fatty acids, very important. That helps with brain function, bone inflammation, joint health. Magnesium, that's vital for energy production and your muscles, nerve function, blood pressure. Blood pressure, it's fabulous. Probiotics, zinc. Zinc is really one of those unsung heroes, It's important for your immune function. Coenzyme Q10, an expensive supplement, but very important for your cardiovascular health. Very important. Saw palmetto, really good herb. It keeps your prostate healthy. It's got selenium, lycopene, all of those good things for you should be taking that as soon as you hit like 40, 38, 35, 40, keep it going. Fiber supplements. If you're not eating whole foods, you got to eat fiber. Get flaxseed in your diet. Ground flaxseed should be in every meal. You should use it like salt. And B12, especially important for men over 50. The absorption reduces after you're 50. My loves, I have got to go. I have something going down over here that I have to take care of at my home. I really appreciate all of you. You know where you can find me. Really take care of their skin. That is true. That is very true. I didn't talk about skin health, but they should, right? Well, that'll be men's health part 2, the subcategory. Thank you for all your gifts today. Don't forget to claim your points by the campground. Have a wonderful day. We did like 2.5 hours almost today. I appreciate you too. I love that you guys listen and share and have really made a difference in your lives. We are like I keep saying, we're just getting started. Oh, we made our bowl. Let me show you. We made our little bars, although they fell apart, but that's okay. I personally think you should just make them raw. We made our little bit of oatmeal. So yummy. So good. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a wonderful day. I will see you. I think you're going to see me tomorrow at some point, tomorrow or Friday. Have a great day. Oh, our yogurt bowl. Yes. Most important. If you have no sugar issues and you need a little sweetness, you could always drizzle a little raw honey on this. This to me is the darling of the day. All right, my loves. I will see you. The next one we have on the list is Kitchen Hacks and How-Tos, Saturday morning at 10 a.m. And then you'll see me tomorrow or Friday at some point. Have a good day. Did you guys all claim your points? Don't forget. Thank you, thank you, thank you.